Annyeonghaseyo. Hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for Two, and this is my final review of A Gentleman's Dignity, which was a show that I struggled with. I think I probably started this 4 times, got to maybe episode 3, and I just never, could go back. And then I started again and couldn't finish it, but I finally finished it. This came out last year, and everyone really, really loved it, but I just could not get into it. So finally finished it, and I'll give you guys my review of it. I don't know, I think I had sort of mixed feelings about it, but I did like it. So I'll tell you the main actors. So this is a huge cast because there's 4 main guys. They all have a female interest, and then there's a few other side characters that I really liked. So Jang Dong-gun plays Kim Do-jin. He's the main star, and he's obviously pretty well known, and a lot of women loved him. Kim Ha-nul plays So Yi-so, and she was in You're My Pet. She's also in the new TV show coming out with Top, the Absolute Boyfriend Korean version. Kim Juro played Im Tae-san. Kim Min-jung played Choi Yoon. Lee Jung-hook played Lee Jung-rok, and Yoo Se-ah plays Hong Se-ra. She's in We Got Married Right Now with Julian Kang. Lee Jung-hoon plays Colin. He's also in the band CN Blue. And Kim Woo-bin plays Kim Dong-hyub, and right now he's in Hakyo 2013. So a lot of the actors were really good actors in this, and I've seen them before, so it is a lot of familiar faces. But I would say, for me, the hard part was that I was not interested in any of the main 4 guys. I preferred the 2 younger guys, which was kind of weird because they're both really young in the show, their characters are, but they're the only guys that I was attracted to, so it was a little bit difficult for me to get, into the love interest of the show. Even though I think the story was good, I could never really get behind the love interest, so we'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, so misunderstandings, this show has a ton of them, and basically the big misunderstanding is the fact that the main male lead, well, first of all, the misunderstanding is that he's a bit of a playboy, but not really playboy because he's in his 40s, but he's just sort of been a player for a long time. But the misunderstanding is that he has a fully grown son. And I think this becomes a big issue in the show, and I'm not really sure why it became such a big issue. I guess I don't really know much about how people deal with single fathers here, but I mean, it seems pretty weird because he was old enough, the child was old enough to not really need to be raised for much longer. I mean, he's 18, so I think it was kind of an unnecessary problem in their relationship because he's not he's this little boy anymore. I don't know. And clearly it wasn't like he had never slept with anyone, and she knew that going into it, so the fact that he has a child didn't seem that shocking to me, but it was a really big deal in the show. And then other misunderstandings. So Choi Yoon's character, the character Choi Yoon, he's basically the love interest for another female character, Media. And so the thing about this was that she was really young, maybe my age, 24, and she was in love with him, and he's in his 40s, and he grew up with being in love with him, and they end up getting married and all that stuff. But the misunderstanding there, I mean, again, I felt like it was sort of unnecessary that they couldn't get together. I can understand the brother being overbearing, but really, I mean, he was a widow, so he had that on his shoulder, but I don't know, I just feel like the problems that were problems in the show weren't really enough to be as dramatic as they seemed to be. Love triangle. So I don't think there were too many love triangles in this. I mean, they basically just flash back to their love interest when they were all their first love, but she wasn't really a love triangle. It was just more of complication in the love stories, and I don't think there was really any big love triangles. Bad guy turned good. I guess you can think of the main character that way because he sort of goes from being a playboy to being clearly a one-woman man. But I don't think he's ever really bad. I think his intentions seem pretty obvious from the beginning, and he makes them clear. But then again, he never, I mean, there's a big line in there, and he's like, don't flirt with me unless you're going to sleep with me. But he never sleeps with her. He never pressures her. So I'm not sure why that was such a big deal there. Because he's always a good guy. He's a gentleman to her, even though he keeps saying he's not a gentleman. So, kiss. Yeah, there were a few good kisses in this one. It was pretty romantic, cherry blossom kiss. And I don't know, there could have been a few more, I think. I think it was definitely, the one at the construction site, which is pretty dramatic, with Hong Se-ra's character. So it was some really romantic kisses. I don't know, for me, the show wasn't as romantic as I think everyone else felt like it was. But I did think it was interesting. I don't know. And then Piggyback Ride. I'm pretty sure there was a piggyback ride in this. I think. Yeah, there's definitely a few like lifts. There's like a lift when they're painting a wall and things like that. Yeah, and then fashions. This one has some really cool fashion. The men's fashion was pretty amazing. But the male lead, there's this weird thing where he wears like literally lapel pins, like safety pins. So it was kind of like an interesting fashion choice that they like carried through most of the show. Her fashion was really beautiful. She plays a high school teacher. So the fashion was really cool. The Hong Se-ra's character has some like hot dresses. They're gorgeous. So it was definitely a fashionable show. And sort of has that like flower, boy but flower man sort of thing going on in this one, for sure. And music, so the theme song was really like catchy. I think everyone was singing it for like a long time. So I knew the theme song for this before I even got into the drama. So I guess I'll give you like my final things. There's a couple things about this show that just kind of annoyed me. I would say the one thing that annoyed me the most was the Maria's crying was probably like the least realistic crying I've ever seen, and something about it was really obnoxious. Like when she started crying, I had no empathy for her. I just wanted to be like, okay, stop. So I felt bad. Like her crying was just obnoxious to me. So the guys from like Kim Woo-bin and and Lee Jong-hun, I think they were really cute in this. So they're right now, Kim Woo-bin is in Hakyo 2013, and I really like him. He was like a tiny little side character. I wish they'd explored his character more. And it's annoying me that he keeps playing a high school student when he's like 25. It's annoying. But yeah, so his character I liked, and I want to see more. And again, with Lee Jong-hun from CN Blue, I think he was really cute in this, and I feel like he'd be a good actor. I know he got like the Best Actor New Face Award, so I think I would love to keep seeing him. The guys from CN Blue really do well with acting, so I like all of them. So I don't know, for me, overall, this drama, I'm going to give it a 7.5. And I know a lot of people will give this a 10, and they loved it. I think it was really cute, and the ending was cute, and, I wanted them to end up together and all of that, but, like, the chemistry between them, I don't think it was, like, fraught enough for me. I feel like the reasons that they had complications were just, like, they're in their late 30s, early 40s, like, having a fully grown child should not be the end of the world. Like, I feel like those things were just way blown out of proportion, and there was a lot of really dramatic crying for no reason. So, yeah, and then the whole memory loss thing, which was weird to me, recording your whole life, and I mean, the fact that never was kind of odd to her, I'm not sure. So there was a lot of things about this that I kind of didn't like. So I know everyone really liked it, but I just could not get on the show. So 7.5, I do think it was a good drama, and I think, maybe in 10 years I'll like love this drama because maybe they'll be more attractive to me or something, but I could not get behind any one of the main male leads that I was like, oh, he's the one I'd pick. Yeah, so I don't know, I wasn't compelled by any of them. But I would have gone for Kim Woo-bin if he had if he had been an older character. So yeah, I think 7.5, not my favorite drama, but I know a lot of you loved it, so definitely watch it if you like some of the actors in it, or if you just want to see like a romance. I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, bye guys.